up, E-Gang? It's your girl, Eboni Ebo. I know it has been a while since I did a video. I am sorry. A lot been going on, y'all. I know if y'all saw my last video, my son has been battling epilepsy. He's been seizing every day. Probably like 20-25 seizures a day. He's been dealing with that. And then he was in the hospital almost a month. And then after my son got out of the hospital, I want to say like a week and a half, no, not even a week and a half, a week later, my daughter, I got a call from a just a pedestrian that was walking in the area, calling me, screaming, saying my daughter got in a bad car accident. She's in the hospital. She's been there. Tomorrow be 2 weeks. We thought her leg was gonna have to be amputated. They were able to save her leg, thank God. She almost died during surgery. She lost too much blood. She had to get almost 3 units of blood. She was in surgery for like 10 hours almost. She coded. So it's just been a lot going on, y'all. And I've been finding myself like depressed, which that's over. That's done. Like I woke up the other day and I made up my mind, like I'm not dealing with no depression. You know, God will not give me more than I can handle, and this is just life, and I just gotta roll with it. But before that, I was dealing with depression. I wasn't able to exercise, diet like I wanted to. My son, somebody had to be with him 24/7. He's 7. He seizes all day. With him being epileptic, someone had to be there around the clock. So between him and myself and his dad, someone was always there. So I'm constantly eating hospital food, not getting the nutrition that I needed, or not eating the adequate amount of nutrition that I needed. Grabbing fast food just to get something so I can get back to him fast. And then we turn around and then my daughter in there. And it was a very depressing moment for me. So I found myself reverting back to that fat girl mentality in my head, in my mind. You know, I'm looking at my body and I know I've lost weight, but in my mind, I'm still a fat girl. And that's what I had reverted back to. And I had to like check myself like, hey, like you just went through all this to have this surgery. And you know that these bad habits is what got you to this point. So why would you go back to these bad habits? Like, that's dumb. Like, these bad habits is what got you to 282 pounds. So first of all, I am 232 pounds. I think the last time I talked to y'all, I was 234. I have lost 2 pounds in over a month. That is just ridiculous. Over a month, I've only lost 2 pounds. I'm just not happy with that at all. And I'm just not happy with it. I just think it's ridiculous. I had to like check myself. I had to talk to myself like, hey, you need to get it together. Like, you gonna be that fat girl again. And what was the point in going through all this, dealing with all that pain, buying all this stuff, transitioning myself into this diet just to revert back. And I've been like overindulging. I would like eat sweets. I'm not even supposed to eat sweets. And then I would get like really, really sick after I ate the sweets. And then my dumb would go and do it again. Like, girl, like, is you stupid? Like, I've just been eating fried stuff, just eating stuff I wasn't supposed to. And thank God I didn't gain any weight. I think I didn't. I think the last time I talked to y'all was 234. I'm almost certain. So 2 pounds, I don't know, that's nothing. But I'm just grateful I didn't gain any weight. It's just been bad, y'all. Just depression is real about my kids. My son hasn't been in school in over a month. We're not expecting him to even be able to go back to school because he has, like I say, 20 to 25 seizures a day. So we're trying to find a home hospital bound program for school. My whole life has changed. Since February 28th, my life has changed, dealing with my son and his illness, and now my daughter. My daughter's not even to be able to expect it to walk for 2 months. She's still in the hospital. She's supposed to go to rehab by now, but her white blood cell count keep going up, which is indicative of some type of infection. They think the infection may be in her legs. So the rehabilitation will not take her with her white blood cell count being up. And I understand that, it's for her safety. So she hasn't even made it to rehab yet to even try to be able to walk. So that's going to be a long process. But I woke up the other day and I made up my mind like, hey, this is life. I have to roll with it. You know, I can't be depressed about it. God will not put more on me than I can bear, and I just gotta adjust and I gotta adapt and I need to do what I gotta do. It's no excuse. So I woke up and I from that day forward, I made up my mind like, okay, you're not gonna be that fat girl again. You did not go through all this just to gain that weight back. I think I have stretched my stomach out some. I don't know. I know when I first had the surgery, I was only able to eat about this much. Now I can eat about that much. And I don't know if just immediately after surgery, you can't eat as much and then progressively you can. But I noticed I can't eat a lot more than I used to be able to eat when I first had the surgery, and I don't like it. I still can't eat as much as I used to prior to surgery, nowhere near, but I still am noticing that I am able to eat a lot more than I did when I first had the surgery, and that's not cool to me. So and I'm just would like overindulge. Like I said, overindulge, eat sweets, and then get sick. Girl, you know you're gonna get sick when you eat the sweets, but I still do it. Get sick, throw up, be sick, feel bad, like you just feel so sluggish. And then the next day I do it over again. And it just was dumb stuff and just overindulging and feeling like, oh, I don't know, like for my people who had a surgery, you know, when you overeat, you just literally feel like, ugh, like you just feel horrible, and you have to try to like walk around and try to walk it off and try to feel better, and at least take like 30-45 minutes, if that. So I've been dealing with stuff like that, and I'm just tired of going through that. Like, I'm tired of being depressed. I made up my mind, like, it's time for a change. And 2 pounds is unacceptable for me, even from me starting at 282 to only be 232 since November 25th of 2019. I'm not even happy with that anymore. I feel like I should have lost more weight than that. So I need to get on board. A lot of people have been asking me why I haven't been back to see my doctor who did my physician. So this is the real reason why I haven't been back. So when I lost my job, I was told my insurance would carry me through. I lost my job on like the 18th of the month. My surgery was on the 25th. I was told the insurance would carry me through the end of the month. So I notified my provider and let them know, like, hey, I'm only gonna have insurance through the end of the month. So they pushed my surgery up to try to get me in as fast as I can, so that the insurance, so that it would be covered, because I had done went through all the steps that steps that I needed to take to have the surgery. So when I got to the surgery that day, when I went to admission, I was still showing active. That next day in the hospital, they called me like, hey, you don't have insurance, you're showing not active, that you were your employer stopped the insurance by this criteria, like you need to call human resources through your job. Luckily, so it was a weekday, it was a Tuesday, my surgery's on a Monday or whatever. So I called him. I'm trying to simplify this story as much as I can. So I called human resources, and they were like, well, we'll mail you a Cobra pack within 30 days. So, but they were like, we'll go ahead and mail it to you now. And they gave me the number for Cobra. So I contacted Cobra and mailed my premium in. So, okay, so let me back up. So I was covered under 2 insurances. My soon-to-be ex-husband insurance, which doesn't cover any type of bariatric surgery, and my insurance. So only my insurance would cover it. They were like, you still have the Florida Blue, but it doesn't cover any of your hospital stay. So when they were calling me, they're like, the doctor's bill alone is like $12,000. And then the hospital, so the doctor's bill separately from the hospital. So then my hospital bill was like $40,000. I don't have that money to pay that. Like, who finna pay that much for a hospital bill? So of course I'm getting Cobra on the line immediately. I'm calling. I mailed off the payment. I'm not checking my account, because thank God when I lost my job, I had plenty of money. I had enough money to get me through. That's why I was able to not work for a while. I had enough money to get me through. So I'm not checking my account. And then with me going through the divorce and a lot of other stuff that I'm not gonna talk about, I end up closing that account that I sent the Cobra check off through. So me, you know, when you don't have, you know, back days when I don't have money, I'm checking my account before I go in the store, making sure this card ain't finna decline in front of these people. I'm being embarrassed. But when you know you have money, you don't really do that. So it was like a month later before I had even checked my account, because I'm trying to heal from the surgery, blase squaze. And that's when the lady called me to call about the $12,000. She was like, hey, you gotta get this paid. You know, it's $12,000. I'm like, I had Cobra. What do you mean? She's like, no, you don't have any insurance. So I called Cobra. They're like, oh, your check bounced. So they didn't cash the check when I sent it. They cashed it later on after I had closed the account. And they had been sending me correspondence, but they were sending it to my old house. My old job still had my address where I used to live, and I sold my house. So I wasn't getting any other correspondence. So I'm like, okay, so what can I do at this point? I cannot pay this bill. Like, this bill is being racked up. We almost at $60,000 now. So they're like, okay, well, you can write a letter to the administration asking for an appeal and for the policy to be reinstated. So I wrote this long letter. I sent them proof. I told them I was going through a divorce. I wrote this heartfelt letter to explain my situation, asked them, can they reinstate it? And I can pay right now. I have the money right now to pay it. They mailed me back like 2 weeks later and was like, no, coverage is denied, policy not being reinstated. And I feel like they denied my coverage because I had this prior auth on my account. My surgery had already been pre-approved, and I feel like they don't want to cover the expense of the surgery because you have people that you have reinstated their accounts, and do you guys just pick and choose like A, B, D, and F gonna be reinstated, and the other ones not? You pick and choose who you will reinstate and who you won't. And I really feel like they didn't reinstate my policy because I had this high price surgery that would have to be paid for, and that's not fair to me. I know they're saying it's my fault, you know, but the circumstances, like, I'm human. Like, come on, can y'all work with me? So now I have this bill. I can't see my provider because the bill isn't paid. The surgery covered 90 days worth of visits after the surgery, but the surgery wasn't even paid. So my 90 days, the visits haven't been covered. So I'm not mad at my provider. This is a business. He need to be paid. He did the surgery. He did a good job. He need to be paid. So now I'm stuck with this bill. Cobra's not working with me. They basically giving me their behind the kiss. I've been making like payments to the hospital just so it don't go on my credit. But let's be realistic. Like, I'm never going to pay y'all off $60,000. So if y'all know any programs that, and mind y'all, my Cobra premium was $600. $600 my Cobra premium was. So if y'all know any programs that can help me with like this hospital bill, or like any charity organizations, like, I'm in dire need. I'm trying to buy another house next year. I cannot have this like over my head, and I don't want these people to end up sending it to the credit people. It's just stressful. So I'm dealing with all this, my kids, this bill. I can't see my doctor. I only can see my primary care physician, and she's not privy to everything. She don't specialize in this, so she has limited information, and she's limited on what she can help me with. I need to get back and see my physician. Thank God I haven't had any complications. I thank God for that, because I would be like out. So I don't know, y'all. It's just been a lot. I've been dealing with a lot. But I made up my mind. I feel like I'm the type of person, I feel like you choose how your day gonna go. I woke up the other day and I was like, I'm done with this slump that I'm in. I'm tired of being depressed. I'm tired of not losing weight. I'm tired of feeling sluggish. I made up my mind. I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna put out positive energy, and I'm just gonna get everything together. So I've been I come in work a little early. I came in especially early today, so I get this video out before y'all, before I had to hit the clock. I do squats. I do YouTube videos that show you exercise you can do at your desk. I've been, like I said, squats, doing little exercises at home. I've been trying to walk. When my daughter goes to rehab, I won't be able to see her at all through the COVID-19. So that'll free up a little of my time in the afternoons where I can go like walk the bridges, because we are still allowed to go out and do walks and exercise and things like that. Just social distancing. So just stuff like that. I'm just trying to get it together, y'all, because it's no excuse. I was turning back into this fat girl. And I say all that to say, for my people who are going to have the surgery, or who are having the surgery, or who probably are dealing with what I'm dealing with, may not be the same circumstances, but that fat girl mentality, you got to stop it. While you like catch it early and stop it, because it's not worth it. Like, we came too far to go back to where we started. We put ourselves through all this strenuous stuff, not to gain our weight back and stretch our stomach backs out. Like, it's stupid. Like, I had to tell myself, like, you stupid. You did all this. You stupid. You going back to this place that you don't want to be. It's mind over matter. A lot of times I would be eating and I wouldn't even be hungry. I would just be thirsty. So just drink your water. Try to stay healthy. I've been eating my bananas, my water. I drink water. It's empty now. I need to fill it. I'm drinking water. I drink like 6 of these a day just at work. And then when I get home, I'm drinking water. I'm making sure I take my vitamins. I take 2 Flintstones. I'm making sure I can eat what I can. I'm eating smaller portions. I'm retraining my stomach I'm trying to strengthen my stomach back, because the stomach is basically a muscle. So I'm not putting it in my mind like, oh, you don't stretch your stomach back out, that's the end of the world. No, I'm gonna get back to where I used to be. Eat like I used to eat. I'm not doing sweets. I'm not doing fried foods. I'm not doing any of that anymore. Like, those bad habits, you have to stop them in their track, guys. I mean, we're human. We're all going to make mistakes. We all may backslide. But you have to realize when you backslide, you have to stop it. Like, don't make the mistakes I'm making, because 2 pounds in over a month is ridiculous. And I'm sure if I saw my physician, he was like, he don't cut no corners. He tell you like it is. And I'm sure he would have told me, like, this is ridiculous. You should have lost more weight by now. From 282 to 232 since November. I'm not happy with that, but I can't cry about it. I only can go forward. And I gotta keep pushing. So my short-term goal right now is to lose 15 pounds. I'm gonna make sure I vlog along with y'all so we can do that. 15 pounds, I wanna do that. It is it's April 10th. I wanna do that by May 10th. I wanna lose 15 pounds, and hopefully before May 10th. So I'm really pushing myself. I'm staying positive. I'm trying to be motivated. Again, if y'all know any information, email me, Eboni Ebo at iCloud.com. I gotta get this hospital bill paid. I can't have this stress over me. Y'all continue to keep my kids in your prayers. Katie has a long journey ahead of him. Ty has a long journey ahead of her, and I still have a long journey ahead of me on my weight loss, and still be there for them. So that's what I got going on, y'all. I'll leave a clip of some pictures of how I look now. To me, I still look good. I'm just battling this fat girl stuff in my mind, but I still look good to me. I could look better. This is not the end of the road. It just was a bump in the road, and we're gonna get it together, and we're gonna do better. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope everybody is staying safe, social distancing. If you can stay home, please stay home, guys. This pandemic is real. So I'm praying for everybody that lost loved ones. I'm praying for everybody that lost their income. And I can't wait till we're able to get this nation back how it used to be. Have a good day.